Good Saturday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm your meteorologist, Jesse Peterson, and let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Saturday. Starting off, what is going on right now throughout the entire state of South Carolina? We do have a couple of isolated sprinkles here and there. It's not bad, but you see some over here in the Petey areas, the Grand Strand areas near North Myrtle Beach, Conway, Marion. We also have some up here in the upstate near Joanna. But everybody else looks relatively fine right now. If we go in and scroll our way out, though, see what's going on throughout the entire U.S., we do have some rainfall going on pretty much from the Northeast all the way over into the Great Lakes region down to Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. We even have a little storm trying to go through down near San Antonio. We talk about San Antonio, obviously, for our four areas outside of South Carolina during the evening forecast updates. And we do have some rainfall also up here inside of the north, maybe even a little bit of snowfall in Wyoming. So, what's going on in terms of cloud cover? Cloud cover, for the most part, seems to be pretty much covering a lot of us, but we do have some clear spots here and there. We definitely do. But it's definitely covering a good amount of us right now. And if we look at this cloud cover for the future, we want to push this forward all the way through into this afternoon, to this evening. Cloud cover is still with us. We move all the way into tomorrow morning, going into tomorrow afternoon. And finally, cloud cover wants to try and leave us as we get into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. And even as we go into Monday, like early morning on Monday, we may see some clearing going on. But it's definitely not going to last long as we have more cloud cover from the west trying to move through as another rain chance tries to move in. Now, what about for our current temperatures? We're talking about 70s, 71, Somerville, 72, Charleston, 73, Beaufort, but also some 60s, 71, Georgetown, Myrtle Beach, 69, Conway, 67, Sumter, 66, Columbia, Lugoff, as well as Aiken, 65, Greenwood, 64, Greenville, Spartanburg, Clemson, Anderson, Gaffney, 65, York, and also Lancaster. Now, what about for our air quality? We're looking pretty good. Most of us are inside the good category, but a little bit of us is inside of the moderate category. Why? Well, pretty much it's not the worst, but it is something that you probably should just keep an eye on if you're going to be outside for a long period of time today up there inside of the upstate. Now, for our high temperatures for today, we're talking about 77 in Greenville, Spartanburg 78, Newberry 79, Columbia 78, Orangeburg as well as 77 in Sumter 79, Florence and Kingstree as well as 77 in Charleston 78, Walterboro, Moncks Corner, Georgetown's 80 in Hilton Head Island. Wind for today is going to be pretty calm, 5 to 10 miles per hour, but a couple of us could get to around 10 to 12, 13 or so. Wind gusts are going to be up to around 15, maybe even up to 20, 21, 22. Rainfall, 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch, kind of starts off Columbia, Camden, Florence, and remember, this is for the next 24 hours. The next 24 hours. We're talking about a 10th of an inch to a quarter of an inch for Sumter, Kingstree, Moncks Corner, quarter of an inch to a half an inch for Aiken, Bonwell, Spartan, or Orangeburg, not Spartanburg, as well as Charleston, Georgetown, and Hilton Head Island. SPC outlook: thunderstorms are possible today, and we may even have a little chance for a couple of gusty winds, if not for some isolated damaging winds down there in that green, dark green area near Hilton Head Island. That is a chance for isolated damaging wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour. So it's possible down there. It'll probably be like later along, but for right now, it's there. So we're gonna say that if you're down there near that area, just make sure you're aware. Make sure that you're paying attention for. No fire weather for us. Excessive rainfall is non-existent. So we are all good there. Crazy score, we're at a 36. We're inside the moderate category. Why? Well, moderate rainfall. Wind is going to be maybe with some storms that could be up. Minor storms, maybe a strong one or two down there in the southern parts of the state. And cloudy, just statewide. So that's what we're looking at for today, and that's why we're at a 36. Let's go on now and check out the models. Make sure you pay attention to the time. Time is at the bottom, yes, the bottom part of your screen. Bottom part of your screen. And if you lose, if you lose where we are, you may be obviously confused on what's going on in terms of the timing. So please make sure that you're paying attention to that. But as we start off here at 10 o'clock in the morning, 11, 12, 1, I mean, it just looks pretty good. Looks pretty good, actually. Then watch as you go all the way to around 4 p.m. You're not seeing much in terms of like rainfall activity widespread. You don't see a whole lot. I mean, you see some definitely as we get to around 7 p.m. in the low country. You get some around 10 p.m. in the low country, a little bit more, but it's definitely not too widespread. I mean, you start to see some over inside the Midlands as well around 3, 4 p.m. You see some in the Petey areas around 5 p.m. You see some in the upstate maybe later this morning, maybe, but honestly, it's not that widespread. Not that widespread. The majority of that rainfall and the majority of this deluge of rainfall is going to try and move in as we go into like the early morning hours in the low country, maybe even a little bit of the Grand Strand area as well. So that's what the models are looking like right now. And I believe that is all. So if you have not hit the like button yet, go in and do so. Also, make sure that you go and hit the subscribe button. We are at 732, trying to get to that main goal of 800. Also, share with your friends, family members, acquaintances, people that you don't talk to regularly because it's free. It is absolutely free. You will not have to pay a dime, and you can share as many times as you want. But that's all. Make sure you tune in tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. for your Saturday evening forecast update. Also tomorrow morning for your Sunday morning forecast update. Hit those two buttons before you leave if you're new.